Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Now you guys know that we got the official confirmation of Heartland Season 16 yesterday by Amber Marshall, so that means yes, there will in fact indeed be a Heartland Season 16, but then again, that's no surprise if you've been watching my videos for a while now. I've been pretty positive about the fact that there will be a Heartland Season 16, and it's just that yesterday we got the official confirmation from Amber Marshall. But you guys read the title of this video. Today we're going to be going over some of the new information we have regarding Heartland Season 16, and actually we're going to be talking about the overview that we got for the entire season. And you guys did read the title of this video. It was actually hinted at in this synopsis for Season 16 that Amy is indeed in fact going to possibly have a new love interest in Season 16, and I know that that is going to upset some people, but we're still going to talk about it anyway. However, before I go any further in today's video, I need to remind you guys to please leave a like on the video if you enjoy and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for daily Heartland videos and Season 16 updates. But now, let's talk about this overview, and I'm actually going to break this Season 16 overview down into a couple of videos because honestly, there's a lot of information in this season synopsis. So in today's video, we're just going to be talking about the part where it mentioned Amy and her possibly having a new love interest. But anyway, the synopsis goes as followed. Season 16 of Heartland finds Amy, Amber Marshall, and the rest of the family making bold strides towards their futures. For Amy, that means taking the blinders off and looking at her life with renewed hope and focus. She'll be challenged by the horses that need her help, but she'll also open herself up to the possibility of new friendships and maybe even romance. Now, I'm going to read that again. But she'll open herself up to the possibility of new friendships and maybe even romance. Now, that's the key here, okay? That is the key that everyone needs to think about. A new romance for Amy. Yes, it's going to upset a lot of people. Trust me, I'm very, very, very aware of that fact. But here's the thing, is that if you want Heartland Season 16 and possibly a Heartland Season 17 and many more seasons of Heartland to come, there needs to be storylines for Amy, because at the end of the day, Amy is the main character of Heartland. So whatever happens with Amy's character is going to affect Heartland, either in a positive way or a negative way. Amy is the main character, so keep that in mind. So when it comes to this new possible romance, there is some candidates as to who this new romance could possibly be. Now, obviously, we have Sam and we have Finn. Now, you guys know that I love Sam's character, and there's lots of reasons why I want Amy and Sam to be together, but there is a good argument for the people that want Amy and Finn to be together. For those of you guys that don't know who Finn is or just need a little bit of a refresher, he's the one that we were introduced to in Season 15. He's also the one that made Spartan those new horseshoes and whatever, and just, did some work for Amy and helped Spartan get better. So that, I think, is one of the biggest reasons people want Finn and Amy to be together, is because of the fact that we've seen Finn cares about horses, and obviously Amy, well, she's Amy, so of course she cares about horses as well. But when it comes to stories, and when it comes to stories that I think are going to keep people interested, which is the key when writing these new seasons of Heartland, especially because Heartland's been going on for so long, the writers need to come up with interesting and dramatic storylines that will keep people interested and keep people, watching the show every week as it premieres here on CBC in Canada. So the reason I think that Amy and Sam should be together is because from what we know about Sam so far, he has a questionable and dark backstory. And with those kind of characters in any TV show or movie, not just Heartland or even books for that matter, when it comes to those characters, when they're introduced into a story, are so easy for writers to develop their story because there's so many possibilities. We don't know that much about Sam, so what happened? What was his life like before he came to Heartland? And yes, I know people are going to say, Hannah, we don't know that much about Finn either. Yes, I understand that, but I also think that Finn is too similar to Ty in a way, and I feel like Amy and Ty fans are just going to be like, well, they introduced a character that's basically the same as Ty, but is not Ty. So with Sam being different than Ty, in a lot of ways, I think that will kind of stop the Amy and Ty fans from being like, well, you just kind of replace Ty now. Granted, I know they're going to say that whenever Amy has a new relationship. But anyway, the difference between Amy and Finn and Amy and Sam is the fact that Sam, in my opinion, has more character development that can be used to create dramatic storylines. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, and I said it a lot when we were talking about season 14 of Heartland and, the possibility of Ty's death, and, here we are. When it comes to writing a TV show, you need to have stories that can end kind of on cliffhangers, where the episodes can end on cliffhangers, because that makes people want to know what's going to happen next. I need to know what happens, and then they're going to want to watch the episodes every week as they premiere on CBC. And with a character like Sam, because of what we know about him so far, I think that it will be easier for the Heartland writers to create dramatic storylines with a character that's already been introduced and kind of developed to have a interesting and unknown and questionable backstory, and maybe even a darker past than what we even know so far. So yes, I know that there's a lot of people that want Amy and Finn to be together. Trust me, I'm very aware of that. And if you want Finn and Amy to be together more than Amy and Sam, I get that, okay, and I respect your opinion. I just personally want Amy and Sam to be together, not only because I like Sam's character, I love Sam's character, I think he's really interesting, and I hope we get to see more of him in season 16, but also because I think from a writing standpoint, it will be easier to come up with those dramatic storylines that keep people coming back and watching Heartland every week on CBC, which at the end of the day is what the writers are trying to do, because if people stop watching the episodes week to week, then the viewership drops, then we all know what happens, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, that is all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.